I'll be right here. Citizen soldiers holding the light for the ones that we guide from the dark of despair. Standing on guard for the ones that we shelter.
Good afternoon. I'm Stan Dupfer.
And I'm Connie Serviden, and welcome to ACT, American Conservative Television.
Our lead story today, do we really have the right to bear arms? But before we do that, we'll have Demi-ocracy on the illegal immigration. So Demi, what can you tell us about illegal immigration?
Well, I have to say, Stan, it's not very good.
Why not?
First off, up to $22 billion is spent a year on illegal immigrants, and that's only from the state government.
Wow, that's a lot.
You bet it is. Another problem is that households that are illegal create a net fiscal of $10 billion a year. If President Obama gets his way and gives them all amnesty, that could easily rise to $29 billion.
Do you think they should be given amnesty?
No, of course not.
Would you like to explain to our viewers why you hold that opinion?
Of course I would, Stan. There is no such thing as a country with open borders. Every country has its borders and its laws about immigration. There's already a current federal law about attaining citizenship, and out of fairness, every single immigrant should follow that law. Amnesty negates the necessity for immigration law.
Thank you, Demi. We can only hope that the president will come to understand this logic. And now we have Lee Birdie on the steps of the Capitol building with the inside scoop on the budget. Lee, what can you tell us about the budget?
I just finished talking with the Speaker of the House, John Boehner. I gotta say, it's really bad. The government is spending, but doesn't want to stop entitlement programs. More and more people are becoming dependent on the government. It's pushing us towards socialism. The government is controlling how much money people get. And the more people that depend on the government, the more it controls. The money we put through these programs go towards people who are on Medicare, unemployment, and illegal immigrants in the country. Some immigrants, they get money from the government that they do not deserve because they are supposed to be aren't supposed to be in the country at all. On top of this, the government is spending money when we are already trillions of dollars in debt. Spending will not get us out of debt, but the country keeps on going. We can only hope for things to get better. Back to you, Stan.
Thanks for that report, Lee. Well, Connie, things are looking really bad right now in terms of our national budget, but what do you think?
I think that what Lee said is something that some people find hard to listen to, but if they keep ignoring it, things will never improve. Finally, we have our lead story. Do you really have the right to bear arms? We have Bill O'Right to answer that question. So, Bill, do we have the right to bear arms?
Yes, of course we do. The title of the Second Amendment is The Right to Bear Arms.
That may be true, but many of our viewers say the amendment says that you have the right to bear arms in a militia. Do you have any comments on that?
The definition of a militia is every able-bodied man in the country. The citizens of the United States have the right to defend themselves in order to maintain a free state.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Taking away our right to bear arms leaves the United States citizens defenseless. If the government made the guns illegal, people would still get them illegally. For example, most drugs are illegal, but many people obtain them illegally.
Could you give us an example of the consequences that would happen if they took away this right?
A perfect example is this. If someone broke into your house with a gun, and you were a law-abiding citizen, which means that you didn't have one, you'd be defenseless. The person with the gun would do whatever they wanted for the obvious reason. Now let's change this scenario. If someone broke into your house with a gun and the law did not forbid you to own a gun, you'd be able to defend yourself. There is no way to permanently ban guns. If guns are banned, people would get them illegally.
So true. Thank you, Bill, for that insight into your right to bear arms. That's all the time we have for today, but tune in tomorrow for Obamacare, good or bad.
And remember, we tell the news and we're always right.